jacket,
I found this in the studio.
your hat.
No one for a photo shoot
And you know he
today.
didn't have these shoes in the morning.
Apparently,
So best believe
he
he looked
went-
at himself in the mirror and was like,
Yeah.
what
Let
should
me
I
s-
add? A
let me
jacket?
snatch their
Something's
soul.
off. Something's
You don't know
off.
what happened to the shoes this morning? I went to get my car evaluated and it was muddy. I've ruined the shoes in one day. Today's the first day I wore those shoes. And it's just mud. I had to go home and change.
They'll
So,
be. I'm
Are
sure.
you going to wash them or are you going to throw them?
Yeah.
No, Maureen will fix them.
Okay.
But she's not in until Friday. So
Oh,
they'll
Maureen is kind of fixing my plant too. Have you seen it? The plant in the studio that was dying. I didn't kill it. You guys killed. Well,
Wait a minute. Maureen's doing what?
she's kind of fixing it. She's bringing
Maureen
it back
has
to
green
life.
thumbs, by the way. She can grow.
You saw
Like,
that she
what?
chopped it, yeah? And it's getting a. Maybe I just have false
It's called
faith.
pruning.
No, it's called being kienyeji. That's
Yo,
the key.
She's a real plant dad.
No, listen. I killed.
We
No,
smoke him, bro.
no. Listen. The truth is that right now I've become the most responsible plant parent. We
I
started.
agree.
The
My
most
plants.
responsible plant who?
Bro,
Plant dad.
my plant parent.
Okay.
My plants are thriving. Like, if you know, you know. There's a plant called a fiddle leaf fig. It's hard to grow. I got 3 of them, and they're all healthy,
Prospering.
prospering. I got a money tree, but that's a bit.
I'm sure they didn't make it past 420 though.
Wow.
Anyway, the mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late. This is the mics are open, episode 204. My name's G Money.
And the young.
Ashley.
And Tonio Kibz.
Tonio Kibz in
In
the
the
building.
building.
Welcome. Round of applause.
Shukran.
Now, let's be honest here. You see, this guy here is a lifesaver.
From Sandwich Podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
If you don't know who he is.
But you already know that.
yeah.
But he's a lifesaver.
What do you do?
He just turned up today and was like, oh, so you're here in the audience.
Coincidentally.
yeah.
On set.
This guy walked in
Welcome.
5 minutes before he started.
And lucky for us, he wasn't going on a date.
Yeah, he's
come
always
on,
going on a
kawaida.
date.
Hey.
And someone asked us if we always get or if we usually get feedback about your dates, and we're like, by the way, we don't.
No, this last date seems to have lasted quite long.
Yeah. 3 months later.
You know, I can't talk about the other dates because my current girlfriend will be mad about it.
Is
so.
she from one of the dates that you went on? But, oh, no.
Stop!
Ashley
Stop.
Mecho,
I'm sorry.
First of all, as you can see, we're in a different location today. We are live at DSTV. They're very good friends of the podcast.
Yeah.
Na
Now
tunafeel at
feel
home.
home. As a matter of fact, we feel at home.
Tunafeel at home,
Yeah.
Right here, courtesy of DSTV. And throughout the course of the podcast, we'll be telling you some great reasons why you can not just reconnect with DSTV. We're not here to sell you DSTV like that. We're here to just let you know that with DSTV, you can feel at home. For example, I went to other studio today.
Yeah.
The kids are on holiday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do?
Gosh.
I'm going to gift their parents some DSTV connection.
Wow.
Bruh.
Even me, I'm on holiday.
No.
Might as well be.
But, fam, let me tell you. Them kids are downstairs playing football in the
parking.
car park. You
Yeah.
see the parking downstairs?
yeah.
How am I just looking? I'm seeing balls in the mirror.
Eh?
Like they're literally keeping.
Hey.
Ball. I'm like, you know what? When I came to DSTV today and I was being run through the packages, I was like, by the bare minimum,
Yeah.
please get family for your kids.
They
Yeah.
need
Now
to.
You're just worried about your car, bro. Let's be honest.
I speak for many people in many estates.
No, I feel you because also my estate, like the kids just rollerblading everywhere. I mean, they're equally balls everywhere. You know, things.
Guys,
Listen,
you're setting me up and I'm trying so hard, man. Please.
They're playing. They're
please,
playing. Okay.
Ashley, you're not making it
yeah,
any better.
let those kids be like, what does the kids watch these days?
I don't know. I know there are a lot of like educational stuff though.
But there's a lot of stuff for them on
Yeah,
DSTV.
There is a lot of
Cartoons.
stuff for them.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about DSTV as well, man. Feel at home, whether it's for the kids, the ballers, the adults,
Yeah.
or just to keep your significant other quiet as well.
That too. Also, with the family package, there are movies that both you and like you as an adult and the kids can watch together. Like How to Train Your
And-
Dragon.
Especially for us, and I know I speak for many, I love love that on DSTV you can just go and rewatch any movie that
That's
you want to
true.
rewatch. Because
Yeah.
I rewatch a whole lot of movies,
That's
bro.
true.
Do you know-
So for adults to keep quiet,
Yeah.
just chill in the
Just
house.
chill.
Yeah.
And the other day I tried watching the cartoon for these days now. Bro, I could not relate to any of the cartoons for these days. I'm
It's
no longer
true.
that kid,
It's
man.
not the same.
Like
You need a kid to explain to you what's going
What's
on.
happening?
Okay, so I might be older than you guys. I am older than you guys.
Might
But-
be.
That's a big no.
But what I want to ask though is, did you guys experience Saturday morning cartoons?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
you-
yes.
like
But
that-
not the same ones as you.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yours was like Tom and Jerry and.
No, G was before Tom and Jerry.
What do you mean?
Like,
What can
Tom
do
and Jerry's
even?
like 100.
I'm sure
Yeah.
Jimani saw Pink Panther grow up.
maybe G's cartoons maybe were just puppets.
Oh, no.
Like before we got they were just puppets recorded and played.
Lots of puppets.
All right, no, for me, all right. You're right. I did see Pink Panther grow up. It was Pink Baby Leopard, but it was a baby.
Wow. Pink
But then you see,
Kitten.
did you guys get Transformers?
Oh, yes.
yeah,
yes.
we did.
Transformers, robots in disguise.
Yes.
Okay, we can't sing that.
Yeah. Then obviously there was like Bugs Bunny.
Yes, Bugs Bunny.
What about Gadget Boy?
Gadget Boy.
Don't look at us like that, Jimani. You know you love
You know
Gadget
Gadget Boy?
Boy. No, Tony was born the other day.
What do you mean?
Actually,
Tony was
yeah,
born the other day.
valid point.
Yeah. For me, I watched Samurai Jack though.
Samurai Jack.
No, that's just the other day
yo.
for us now.
Who watched Samurai Jack?
Everyone
Never
did.
heard of it.
Yeah, we
What?
watched it. Never
Okay,
heard of
well,
Samurai
I
Jack.
would
All right, I've heard of it,
Understand
but like
seeing
I
as-
never watched it.
Pink Panther was a kitten.
So Tom and Jerry, because you know Tom and Jerry was like a long time ago, but then
Yeah.
they updated it.
Yeah.
But Roadrunner?
I saw
Yes.
Roadrunner, yes.
These days,
Bro,
Tom
Warner
and Jerry,
Bros, bro.
Can they talk?
Who?
Like
No.
we've come to a place where I heard Tom saying a
The,
word.
the movie.
It's true.
Tom said a word.
That was the movie.
So
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Tom should never ever say a word.
None of them were meant
Even
to
Jerry-
talk.
even Jerry,
yeah.
they can't be.
It's only the owner of the house who can talk.
The owner of the house,
Yeah.
the dog,
Yeah.
Spike,
Spike, yes.
And the kid.
and
Oh, Spike
Jerry's
too?
Jerry's little nephew.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
The
yes.
gray-
Oh,
The grey mouse.
Both,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but
Damn.
Jerry and Tom should never talk.
But in the movie they talk,
Wow.
and it's so
they don't
weird.
have their rights.
And it's
Damn.
funny how we've never seen the face of the
The lady.
the lady.
That's
By
true.
the
I
way-
love that mystery
By the way,
cartoons.
Tom and Jerry was so racist. By the way.
It was, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that,
why?
you know,
'Cause she was black?
No, she was a house. You know, she's a house elf.
She is
that's
a house help.
And her accent was so deep Southern ghetto.
Oh,
I said, Tom, get up out of here. Like proper deep South. Like, oh man.
I
But it's
love it.
funny some of the things that used to fly in cartoons back in the day. 'Cause- and it's not even back in the day, because even now, sometimes I watch some clips of like even Family Guy. Some of the shit that they say in that thing, you watch it back and you're like,
How do they get
it's,
away with
it's
this?
wrong on all levels right
Yeah.
now, bro.
But
Yeah.
as we said, we've had this discussion before, and we said like it's people are so much more sensitive now that they're looking back at clips, and they're also getting offended by things that were said way back now. So I don't think people can do the same thing right now.
Is it bad that now because of that I find it funnier?
It is funny.
non PC.
You really can't.
100%.
You can't have a sense of humor anymore, can you?
Bana, you know, yeah.
You can't.
And like for real, that's why it's important to get that DSTV for them kids.
Facts.
Yeah.
Listen, you want your kids to be able to be talking about cartoons in 20 years' time.
Give them memories, man.
Not
Yeah.
just, do you remember the time that tall guy in the state chased me
No.
because I hit his car with the ball?
No,
You know what I mean?
that's you,
Yeah,
huh?
you should have
Okay.
stayed at home and watched cartoons, eh? Yeah.
That's gonna be
Next
me,
time.
You know, we've been talking about how sensitive people are and how also guys don't want their kids to watch some stuff. You know, when I was a kid, we had DSTV when I was a kid, by the way.
Same.
So hatukutoka ghetto hivyo.
We
We were
You're
nice.
not nice.
Hatukuwa mbaya hivyo.
Yeah.
So some of the channels were locked using a password. I don't know how they did that.
Your
So
parents.
they have parental thingy.
Yeah, you can lock some channels
I
using
mean-
a password.
But I know you can do it,
Yeah.
but I don't think, like, my parents never loved me enough to lock up any channels.
I don't think my parents trusted me enough to not lock off
Well, they
the
knew I was a
channel.
bad kid. They knew the kind of things I was interested
Like,
in.
who you?
Who you?
Oh, man.
Now, my
I
parents
feel-
just used to switch because there are some cartoons. Okay, they later came to admit that, yeah, you were thinking wrong, we're sorry,
Yeah.
and all that. But there are some cartoons that my parents didn't feel comfortable us
You
watching.
watching.
Like which cartoon?
Something like I'm sure Ghostbusters. I never used to watch Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Even Courage the Cuddly Dog.
What?
You know.
Oh, because of the demonic-ish
Yeah,
aspect of
but
it?
you know, in a twisted or in a weird way, I'm grateful and I appreciate that because the level of, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's very individual, very personal. But you see such things when, say the cartoon is done, right? You go play and everything. So later on, there's some things that are replaying in your mind, you know?
Yeah.
So, because you're buying whatever you're getting, you're like, what if? You're picturing scenarios, you remember that scene from Courage the Cuddly Dog. And you're like, damn, me I'd be so afraid. I wouldn't want to go outside when it's dark.
You had nightmares, huh?
No. See, I never
Okay.
used to have nightmares like that, you know. So later on, as an adult, when I'm coming to that level of awareness, because right now, I don't watch horror.
Yeah.
Right.
There's some
Neither.
things I wouldn't watch, and that's because I have made that decision myself.
Right,
It's
right.
not so different from what my parents were trying to do, but you know, they're coming from a different place. So it's interesting right now, we have all the power to decide all that.
decide.
So I'm with you, bro. There's some cartoons our parents never used to allow us
And
to
you know,
watch.
speaking of Courage,
Yeah.
Courage was actually never a coward.
He
What?
wasn't.
He was.
Why was
He
this guy
wasn't.
Scared out of his
Yo,
skin, literally.
He was the one saving everyone.
Actually, mainly the mom,
Yeah.
the
Mural.
mural.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was consistently trying to protect
Eustace
her.
Banks.
I just took out my phone to Google coward the dog. My battery is dead.
Yeah.
So let me get the other phone.
I've been seeing a lot of series. So they've been posting up different episodes of Courage the Cowardly Dog on TikTok, and I watched one full one, and I was just like, he was actually such a sweetheart.
Oh, yeah, he was.
And then the dad, what was the dad's
Eustace
name?
Banks.
Eustace. He was
Yeah.
such an asshole. My God.
But Courage, they say they lived in
in the middle of
Nowhere.
nowhere.
that was wrong guy, bro. Guys, let me tell you, that was definitely wrong. I confirmed it. And after this, I'll tell you why I confirmed that it's in wrong guy.
Wow. Wrong guy was
That's
just
wasn't
chilling.
it?
Bana, 125, man.
Oh,
We love our
man.
guy people.
Oh,
though.
wow.
But like I'm saying, man, like you want to make sure that your kids can reminisce about cartoons.
Oh,
in the
yeah, for
future.
sure. For
Makes
sure.
you, and like it's a DSTV, there's a package for everyone. I
Yeah.
mean, it's out there, whether it's your family package or compact plus. You're at home with DSTV.
Yeah.
It's been a heavy week
Yeah.
in the 254.
Yeah.
I feel
Oh, yeah.
I woke up this morning, I said to Tonio this morning on the show, like, you know, I woke up this morning and I was just like reading all of the newspapers and all of the news stuff and all of the death and all of this stuff. And literally, I went back into the room and said, you know what, let me go back to bed for 15 minutes, wake up, pray, and start this day
Yeah,
again.
let's do this again, yeah.
Let's do this again.
We're seeing things that we've never
Bruh.
seen in this country before. Like,
Let-
this is America type of shit, you know?
Bro, let me tell you, this cult thing in Shak somewhere, in Kalifi, Shakahola in Kalifi, right? Bro, first of all, there are so many questions.
Yeah.
Are you laughing? I couldn't pronounce it. Shak somewhere. Yeah. Shout out to our studio audience today.
Yeah.
Fam, you know, I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Ask.
I have so many questions. First of all, so as the time of us recording the podcast, they'd dug up like 90 graves. I mean, that's 90 families who had missing members.
Yeah.
Who's members of the family. You know, these were not 90 people who lived on their own. Some of them were family members, some of them like parents, mom,
Husbands.
dad, and
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Regular people.
Kwani,
man.
nobody missed them.
I
Like,
f-
seriously, like, for example, let's be honest, yeah? I don't speak to my neighbor. But if I don't speak to her like, hey, we speak, but not like that.
Not like that, yeah.
But fam, if I saw like her plants at the front of
Are
the
dying.
house are dying, and I don't hear a washing machine go off on Thursdays
You'll be a little
she was on
concerned.
Thursdays, I'm gonna be like,
What's going
I'm gonna
on?
drop a message. I'm gonna drop a message in the
Yeah.
WhatsApp group like, yo, what
Yeah,
going?
Wagwan.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes me feel that like, as much as we can't blame society because that's an individual thing,
Yeah.
like nobody missed these people.
I think
Yeah,
like
that's a question
from
to
all
ask.
the documentaries I've watched, because I watch a shitload of documentaries, how I see it is like these people, before they actually go knee deep or head deep, whatever you want to call it, into this cult, by the time they're going that far, they've already cut off majority of the people that they know.
Right.
They're already so isolated, so people don't really care. They're just like, this is their normal tendencies. Like they're
Yeah.
not when they want to be found, they will be found. But for now, this is what we know how to deal with them. They're
Yeah.
never gonna come up
Crazy.
gonna be found if they don't want to be found. So they can go years.
You know, my mom is Taita, and we go back to Shags most of the time. So every time I'm there, I meet my grandma, and whenever I come home late, she's like, "We, mbona umekuja sahi? Unajua watu wanashikwa wana." So like I used to find it superstitious.
Right,
People
right.
like, we mzee, acha kuniambia mambo yako.
We
Nini?
mzee.
I'm just chilling. Yeah, I'm chilling with my niggas. Nini?
Right.
I can't chill with my friends.
Right.
In
Come on, dog.
Mwatate. I was chilling in Mwatate town. So I came to realize that these guys also have this superstitious
Yeah.
thoughts, and
Yeah.
they believe it. Ukipotea leo, if you go without saying a word, if you go for a minute,
You'll
they'll be
never
like,
be found.
"Oh Lord,
Yeah, it's gonna be.
he's gone." You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's not.
Maybe you don't want to get involved now.
Yeah,
'cause
you are
maybe
like-
the next person going
yeah.
in my
What
ear.
if they come now for me?
So they're not gonna look for you.
In fact, you lock your doors now. Like, let's now lock the doors and
Whoever is
disband.
gonna
every-
come is
Yeah.
not him.
And for me, it's like I'm one of those people. Like I'm a warrior.
Yeah.
Like I
Warrior
do-
or warrior?
No, I'm both. I'm a warrior and a
Yeah,
warrior.
it's a GSW fan for all the NBA
Yeah,
guys.
I'm a warrior.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, it's like I try to get into the mind state of the family members of those people, and I just know that for me, as much as I'm probably the family member in my own family who just disappeared, like
Yeah.
just decided to go on his own journey.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to think to myself, like, if I didn't hear from my bro for a week or two or a month,
It's concerning.
I'm like, yo, wagwan, like what's like?
Was Hanin?
I know you want to be on the other side of the world, away from everyone,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you gotta check in every now and again, and it brings into the whole religious question as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because-
I feel like it's time, like, make decisions based on what you're getting from within and without. For example, if you go hungry, you know you need to eat.
Yeah.
If you go thirsty, you know you need to drink some water, you need to hydrate. If you're feeling tired, you know you need to rest. So I feel like we've become so accustomed to hearing or listening to what different people have to say about different things, especially when it comes to beliefs and belief systems, because man has to believe in something.
Right.
You live your life
True.
based on what you believe.
True. Yeah.
So if we look up to you because you're in a position where, you're the one guy who is telling us what the mandem upstairs is saying, and if I believe that, then anything you say is gospel truth. And
Right,
I'm
right.
finna do it. Okay, I'm feeling hungry, I'm feeling thirsty, I'm dying. Okay, but he said this.
Yeah. Right.
You know.
Right.
But you've ignored every other
Human-
piece of information
Yeah.
that your own body,
It's giving you.
your own intuition, your own gut, literally your gut has given you,
Yeah.
and you've decided, let me pick up on something that someone else is pushing.
Well,
So it's a
wild.
wake-up call, bro.
I can tell you guys this, and we have to lighten the subject, right? I tell you guys this. If there's one thing y'all never have to worry about with me, is anyone saying to me, don't eat?
He's never gonna starve himself.
Yo, I need to join a cult that says, yo, go to the gym. Go to the gym. Yeah, so that was a crazy story. And of course we add our condolences to all of the families and the nation.
Yeah.
Like we're mourning. It's a really weird place. No one wants to take responsibility. The guys of Kalifi County are saying it's the national government's fault. The national governments are saying it's the local government's fault. But the reality is, we just need to show a bit more care for one another. And even if you are that crazy uncle who wants to go and live the crazy uncle always has one connect. There's always one person. There's always one person. Like,
knows a guy.
Exactly. If you think about the most estranged person in your family, there's one person like my dad.
Oh, wow.
No, true story. There's one cousin I have who still talks to my dad.
Oh,
No.
for real?
What?
Yes.
Have you ever tried to reach out?
Oh, wait a
Oh,
minute.
here we go.
Where's Calvin? You're asking the right
Okay,
question.
Calvin. So yeah, I told you that story though. I told you that story in the pod. How I went to the UK. This is about 15 longer because I was still in the UK actually, and I said to my cousin, by the way, because let me paint the whole scenario. I'd gone with my sister to my mom died when I was a kid. So we'd gone to mom's grave to just clean it up and put flowers and stuff. So it was a beautiful sunny day in the UK, and I'm in the cemetery, and I'm just like, life's too short. Make peace with this man. So I went to my cousin. I said to my cousin, yo, listen, I want to reach out to my father. Can you give me his number? And my cousin's like, yeah. So what I'll do, I'll give you his number. I'm going to link him and I'm going to give him your number. Yeah, so I'm like, cool, no worries. Whichever ways, because I'm in a zen place right now. I'm
Like, let me
thinking
ask
about
him
life.
if he wants to talk to you. you know.
Yeah, so anyway, about a week later, I'm like, yo, his name's Flintstone. I'm like, Flintstone, have you got my dad's number? He's like, oh, man, I'm still working it. I'm like,
Stories.
so then a month goes by and I'm busy, so I'm not even checking up. But now Flintstone comes to the house and I'm like, yo, what going for that? He says, I didn't know what to tell you, but your dad said that you guys are a chapter that's closed. And he has a new family.
Oh, damn.
And all this stuff. So that's why, don't cry. I'm here.
Say don't cry.
Yeah, so he said that was his decision then, and I made peace with it. It's just, it is what it is.
You know, I'm getting my first salary soon. So I want to treat you nice. Like, write a list of the things that you like so that at least you can... Because that's sad. You know, if I want to see my dad, I'll just go to the next room and be like, hey,
I know.
Daddy.
I know. Oh.
But, you know, I mean, it's funny to
I
talk
don't
about
think you
it.
shared that before.
No,
I did.
You haven't.
No, you
didn't go
haven't.
to this.
Like I feel like you have closure now. Or rather, let me say we have closure.
We have closure.
We never had this piece of
Because
information
we always
before.
make fun of how if you want to, you can, you know, but you really can't. It's okay.
Don't
I'm making
get
it
that
worse. I'm sorry.
Put it this way, it's like one of those things that you just, I mean, at the time, obviously, I was a bit, but now, years later, I'm just like, whatever, man, here we are, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those ones. So, no dad jokes.
I was about to ask
We're
you deep
finished.
questions, but I mean,
No, you can ask. It's the pod we're
do you
podding.
feel like it affected your relationships?
Oh, wow.
Damn, you took it there. Like, actually, some foreplay, but now.
Yeah.
Like, lead,
Yeah,
up,
like-
lead up to the main question, bro.
You can touch the
Went
hair.
for the jugular. man.
I feel so vulnerable right now.
After
I
he
have my
drops that
psychologist
bomb,
hat on.
Come on.
I don't know. I think that,
Wow.
Andy, shut up.
I'm not making it any better, huh?
We're getting somewhere.
Yes,
okay?
we are.
I don't know. I think maybe I have commitment issues.
Okay.
Maybe. But nah, I'm right. So we're at DSTV. We're at DSTV. Ooh, it's getting hot in here, man.
What's up, fan?
It's getting hot.
Who's cutting onions?
Hey,
That's the
hey,
farthest we've ever gotten, man.
Yes.
Oh, guys.
It took us, this is episode number what?
204.
204 episodes, you know. We got the event.
To get there.
At least now you can say we get deep, guys. Okay, you always tell us we talk
Pause,
about.
though.
I was getting.
Where?
I'm sorry, it failed.
So now that we're here, I think a moment of happiness needs to be spread. By the time you watch this podcast, I am either going to be very happy or very sad. Because tonight,
Oh, man.
we're filming it on Wednesday this week.
Wednesday, yes.
Man City versus
Look at Austin.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Look at Austin. Austin is making some funny dance in the background.
We need our truth cam back.
So let me
in
tell you,
peace, the truth come here.
by the time, as a matter of fact, by the time this is edited, this is how dope this is gonna be. By the time it's edited, I'm gonna give Byron 2 possible scenarios. This is how dope it is. Man, these guys let me down, bro.
But we've never beaten
Man City at
home.
Etihad, yeah. So let's, so
Wait, you're
No, no
making
surprise.
excuses. I'm an Arsenal fan, but we're making excuses now.
No, roll with the. This is what happens
this is what
when we
happens.
play at City.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that's
So
one of the
you guys have lost the trophy.
Yeah, so let's
already,
move on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
Let's move
Yeah,
on.
all the best in FA.
Appreciate it, man.
No, but for real, on the real though, like, I think even as an Arsenal fan, like, just the development of I've really enjoyed watching my team this season.
Oh yeah, it's been
Like,
one heck of a season.
I know a guy's gonna say, you're top of the league, you didn't win, but I'm gonna say I really enjoyed watching Arsenal this season.
Because you guys were aiming for top 4. This is like your dad telling you, hey, ukikuwa number 20, because you're the last maybe 300, 309, 309 out of, because you know in high school, we used to be like in like the whole stream from 1 or from 4. We used to be like 300 and something, 23.
Jeez.
So the guys and the report, whatever, was printed in different pages.
Right.
So there were like 11, 12 pages.
Ulikuwa naeka kwa notice board.
Yeah, it's put
Oh
on the
my
but
God.
they're giving the classes
Yeah,
like
bro, they
a
used to
whole
put our results on a notice board.
Looks like a book. So number 1, 2, 3. So the guys at the back, we used to call them guys at the sports page. So we go like, Buddha, we go sports page. Then we laugh, you know. So that's like for Arsenal, it's like when you're told, yo, you're in the sports page now. Let's say 295. 295 there. Then you're told that, yeah, ukikuwa number 50, top 50, we'll buy you a bike or PlayStation 5.
Right.
That's now Arsenal. You guys were aiming for top 4, but now you've overperformed, bro.
Right.
You guys are now like the title contenders.
Yeah.
But big up. This is already a win for you. I'm pushing the cup. It's already a win.
You know,
I'm trying to decide whether he's being genuine or
That's for you to find out.
this is a City fan,
but
bro.
here's the question I want to ask you guys, and this is, do you prefer to watch football at home or out and about?
Personally at home, because
You want to cry by yourself?
yes, I want to be emotional by myself. However much we don't want to associate these sports with our emotions, we can't help
Yeah.
it, man. So I want to take the L or the W just by myself. Yeah.
So many times I've wanted to watch it, not wanted to watch it at home, but my mom, she doesn't like me going out.
Right.
So they even paid for DSTV, like the Compact Plus, to put like Super Sport, everything.
Are you the
no
only
excuses.
boy?
Yeah, I'm the only boy. And
no,
my dad
that makes
doesn't even
sense.
watch football. He wants to watch Nigerian movies when Arsenal is playing Man City. Dad, if you're maybe kama unasikia hii kitu.
I don't know the thing about DSTV is that you got the full range of everything.
Yeah. the Nigerian
the
movie.
best Nigerian soap opera is on.
Is
when
on when like these guys know how to put them at the same time. So, but luckily there's this there's this app, the DSTV app.
Oh, yeah.
I even have it on my phone.
man.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I'm at home, I can just watch it either here or my laptop.
And that's why I think that the campaign that they have in I Feel Home really makes sense.
And actually, you can take it anywhere because honestly, majority of the time I'm out, so many men have their phones out and
Yeah.
they're watching if it's football, if it's F1, whatever they're watching on their phones. You're in the middle of a club. You're meant to be catching wines and you're watching football.
You are supposed to be giving wines, not texting me at midnight to log out of your DSTV. Andy, I'm trying to watch this race, man. Just
I'm
log
trying
out.
to watch races too. What do you mean?
I'm watching Riddick, man. The Riddick imeshika,
Oh,
bro.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, man. So like, honestly, man, I want to of course thank the DSTV guys for opening their studios for us once again. Every time we come here, they give us an amazing setup.
Yeah.
And it does feel like home because they feed us too.
Especially yo, I have to take this evil chair with me, man.
Yes.
I'm having too
Yo,
much
I
fun.
I Feel Home.
And I feel home, man.
Until they feed you guys. So,
Oh, you came late.
Oh, you came late. Yeah, sorry. But you see, I
oh,
got
someone has
juice.
just told me that there's food for me at the back. Okay, it's okay. So,
You feel at home now, yeah?
I feel at home now, yeah.
For real. So make sure, man, as we get to the business end of the Premier League season, man, remember, like, I don't know about anybody else, like, even for the Man City, Arsenal game, people are messaging me, saying, can we come and watch at your house? No. Me, I want to feel home. I want to feel at home on my own. You get me?
Yeah.
For real.
Wow.
I have, as you're done?
Yeah, I'm
we
done,
can
man.
make a transition. I have a question for Ashley.
Okay.
Yeah, the tensions.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. And we'll answer by ourselves, right? Because we will also answer the same question. But do you enjoy being a woman? Do you enjoy being a babe?
Oh yeah, thoroughly.
Wow.
Thoroughly.
You
Also,
wouldn't-
because
yeah.
as I grow older, as I'm becoming older and getting into my woman, like I'm realizing just how much this womanness can do for you. You know?
What's
And can
womanness? Like,
I don't know. It's just it's a state.
Yeah.
It's a state. Also, if you have titties and a vagina, let me tell you,
that's the one.
the world is yours.
Is that the
Well,
same question
okay.
you're going to ask us? Because I'm
You
not
better-
answering. You
I'm
better
not
not
answering.
answer it.
Well,
The world is yours, but it's a beautiful thing, honestly speaking. Also discovering yourself, because I feel like women go through so much hormonally, like the bodies go through so much as well, adding weight, dropping the weight,
Giving
shaping
birth, all
up
these
as
things.
well. Yeah, giving birth we give life
Do you
to
know how deep that
human
question
beings.
is? Because I'm sitting here thinking about the equivalent, like if you to ask, like, say, do you
men.
enjoy being a man?
it's
Yeah.
coming, bro.
Bro.
Think about it. Pause.
Like
but
we
also,
give
as,
birth to life.
as you
you
tell
know?
us this, are there things that you envy about guys that have got you thinking, damn, maybe it would be nice to be a guy? That envy. We can call it guy envy.
No.
Let's say you were a guy for a day. What would you do?
Whoa, this is gonna be explicit, but I always say that. I always tell Andy
no,
this.
everyone wants to
I
know.
want to say. I have to say. See, even they know it exactly.
Have you seen that elephant doing his-
Exactly. Yo, I want to experience a man orgasm, like a male orgasm. I just want to know what it feels
It's
like.
very short.
Trust me, it's
But it's
Wait, the
dope,
orgasm
though.
or okay?
Yeah.
It's short, but it's very dope.
See, that's what I want
It's
to.
addictive.
Yeah.
like a burst of energy,
straight
like
to
a
the point.
surge, like a surge of energy.
We go
No,
straight to
'cause
the point.
You know, when you're on this other side as a woman, you see those facial expressions and the body like it's like you're a dead rat.
Wow, a dead rat. That's the. Actually, who are you hanging out with, bro?
No.
Do they look like dead rats on your bed?
Ashley has that good. Like,
Come on. Rat poison.
I got them, knock them out. It's rat poison. No, but for real, like it looks so intense. Sometimes I'm just like, are you gonna die? I'm scared that someone's gonna die on top of me.
Damn, even
Wow.
during that time of the month, you're like, damn, I wish I could be a guy right now.
No, because I'm like, yes, I'm not pregnant.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Even the
Us,
bright
we're
side.
like, damn, I'm
She's
not
not pregnant.
That's what I like about Ash. You keep it real.
I keep it real 100. But no, I don't
100%.
think I'd want to be a man in any. No.
Yeah.
I like the only thing I'd like to do is play around with a dick, but that's
right.
about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
See why you looking at me like, yo, don't.
No, I'm
don't
waiting
ask
for
me
you.
next.
To,
We're
Ah,
waiting
Don't ask
for
me.
it.
we're waiting. I have a whole list.
Well,
Do you enjoy being a man?
The flow is yours.
Yeah,
Do
let's
you
go.
enjoy being a
I know
man?
you'd like to be
Bruh.
a woman for a day.
No, being a man is hard, bro.
Maybe you do.
Wow.
I was just sitting there thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
And you know how Ashley was like, coming into a womanness and this and that. And I was just thinking about, geez, from the day I left high school, I've just been grinding, star. I've just been chasing this thing, this dream.
yeah.
It's just been so intense. It's like, I haven't had a chance to feel, like you said, she was like, you grow into your womanness. And I'm just like,
Yeah, it's a state.
I feel like the world just wears you down as a man. You get
That's
you
true,
get
that's
to the
true.
point like let's say I think about myself in my 20s. So
That's
I'm
like 50 years ago.
like 50 years ago. And I'm just like I had all of these dreams and all of these hopes and all these aspirations. By the time you reach 30, I'm gonna do this, right?
Yeah.
But then everything that I wanted required so much and still does effort.
Yeah.
The goals that was set or I set myself, in hindsight, some of them weren't realistic.
Yeah.
But they all required me to be on, like, not sleeping, like,
Yeah,
just
no holding
working,
back. Yeah.
just there. And then I get to my 30s, and I'm like, wait a minute. 20s, where you gone? Like,
Just like
and then
vanished.
you come out of your 20s and you see all of you see some of your friends who have taken the easier route, the route where they're just doing like simple jobs and they seem so happy, but there's this thing in you that keeps on pushing you. So you push out through your 30s, and now you're like you said, you're growing into yourself, you're becoming the man that you are.
Yeah.
And then you begin to realize that, damn, I've wasted all this, not wasted, I've put all this effort into achieving this thing. I don't even know who I am. You see what I'm trying to say? So when you sit there at 20 and you're like, this woman is unbecoming, then you hit your 40s and you're like, shit, okay, I'm comfortable, but half the shit that I thought I wanted, I don't
want
actually
anymore.
want.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So I feel that if you ask the same question, you say, do I enjoy being a man? I enjoy being a man, but it's been work. It's
you
been
trade
a
it?
lot of work. Huh?
Would you trade it?
Nah.
Why'd you look at me like that?
He thought about it for a minute. Damn, you know,
I was
actually
like,
crosses
I was
my
like,
mind. But
actually,
yeah, second thought.
I watch a podcast. Hey,
Wow.
You'd rather still be a guy.
by the way, if you haven't watched Double-Sided Tape with Ashley and Nimrod, let me put you onto that. Every Sunday
Oh,
on the
yeah.
channel, their show, like last week, Anyway,
They're not cocaine. They're
Yeah,
like cocaine
I
right
feel
now,
like
man.
every time an episode drops, G's a little bit more traumatized. Like the first one dropped, he was just like, it's raw. And I'm like, that's the idea. I'm so excited. Now this one, he was like, really great. Today he's just like, you know.
Oh, so you're not about to have that talk.
You
man.
know.
I feel like that's the beautiful thing about this podcast space though, because there's an Andy and Nev with the chop shop as well.
Yeah.
I really feel that it gives you guys the opportunity to really express yourself outside of the group setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In ways that you couldn't express yourself here. But ask Tonio the same question.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to finish. Yeah, bro.
So I'm not gonna answer it first, but I'll give you a story. I know my sister's gonna be mad about it.
I like it. I like it.
But either way,
Let's go.
Let's
Let's go.
her birthday is actually on Friday, 28th.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, so I'll buy her something.
Yes.
Hii kiingiana
Yeah,
sisi.
yeah.
Wacha nikutumie tu ka
Akuwe pole.
content. Wacha tu nikutumie. So recently, my mom has been calling me, telling me, have you talked to your sister? And I'm like, I see her every day. I'm like, yo, Joy, unafanya nini? Unajua? But she was like, no, apana, I don't think she's okay. Nini. Go and talk to her. Go like, sir, I asked her, where? Uko sawa? And she was like,
Hey, yo.
Are you okay?
and she's like, yeah, in
We
fact,
have
she was
things to
laughing.
do.
She was going to the gym.
Yeah.
But then my mom was like, apana. At night, she's crying. Nini. Nikasema, then I thought, maybe it's a heartbreak. Then my mom wants to go and sleep in her room at night when she feels bad. You know?
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
and
nice.
now it's everyone's problem. Then now let me get to where I was getting. When I was that age, bro, I went through a lot of breakups and heartbreaks. No one gave a shit about me. No one. My dad didn't come to sleep by my side and be like, wait, by the way, because he used to call me daddy until at some point he started calling me now Tony.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, mse akukuja hata kulala kando yangu. to
Not
tell
even
me,
once.
Yeah, no, in fact, not even coming. They didn't even notice.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was sad sometimes. I eat. In fact, I don't even eat. And they're like, oh, inaka ulikula inje. Sikukula inje. I'm just heartbroken. Yeah, so being a man, it's now about
hard.
fighting for yourself. You know, in fact, no one will care what's going on in your... Unless it's actually your girlfriend, maybe.
Yeah.
Hey,
Or
Apo umejitetea,
Ashley.
strong case. I like it, bro. I see what you did there, man. I see
Yeah,
what
watching.
you did there. I see what you did
This
there.
is the one episode he'll always bring out when they're fighting.
Check the box.
See, I
But
even
remember,
mentioned
yeah.
DSTV, imagine you feel home. Na feel home, na kuongelelea. So, man, I love the hustle. I love waking up and like knowing I'm
gotta
the
go
one
and
to
get it.
take my value up there like every single time. You know, like it's because the rewards are actually really. I love how I feel when I win.
Right,
I love
right,
how I
right.
feel when.
That's true. It's a drug though.
Yeah, it's like a drug. So, and the thing is, because I can't get anything easy. No one can come and see me and be like, you're sad, let me buy you something. No one. They'll be like, you're sad, work hard, bro. Go hard, bro. Go hard. You know,
exactly.
like, yeah, in fact, I recently discovered that my love language is actually gifts or something.
Right.
As is a lot of men,
because
actually.
someone just bought me a gift.
It's
and I was
true.
like, oh my God.
Like you melted.
Yeah, I melted. I never felt that feeling before.
Was this
You
your
know,
girlfriend?
Andy.
Andy, relax.
Andy,
man.
for
Relax,
what?
relax.
Chomea.
Yes. It was my girlfriend, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the views expressed on this podcast. Nah.
So yeah, I'd still choose. I love it. Nico comfortable because me, Pia, I don't wanna go through a thing I don't know. You know, like I don't wanna find out. I'm good.
I'm interested though. What was the gift? Can we ask what the gift was? Because it's
What
hard.
melted your heart, bro?
Yeah, no, because
Yeah.
no, the reason I'm asking is because it's like people always, women always say that it's so hard to buy
gift
gift
man,
to gift.
it's
Yeah.
true.
Okay.
So my man is sweating, bro.
It's hot.
Alright.
He's fixing
Okay.
his muffin and
Bro, it's
shit.
not that hot. I mean,
Okay,
that's
babe,
sweater,
you
man.
know, these are those topics that make my house burn. And nimekuja kusema hapa, babe, don't worry.
Kwa sawa.
Ikiingiana. So, it was a pair of shoes.
Okay.
Okay.
Were they shoes that you initially wanted?
In fact, they were in my favorite color.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
So like, yeah,
Damn.
yeah. So like, I
That's
was like,
tricky,
Oh, so
man.
the
and
person knew you.
yeah, and I'm a size
Ashley,
11.
stop it,
and I'm a
man.
size 11. Wink, wink.
Wait, your girlfriend is
So,
listening.
so all I'm saying is it's hard to find shoes my size. You know, size 45. So, Nigumu, I struggle. So like buying me shoes, I'm like, I rarely get good shoes that are my size.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, if I went to the UK, I'd be the happiest guy because I'd find shoes my size.
Well,
So
whoever,
what are you trying to
whoever
say
bought-
about Kenyans?
whoever bought Tony that shoes, I got one piece of advice for you, right?
Oh,
they
shit.
say, they say in this in the South in America, they say to women, you should never buy men a pair of shoes because they go use those shoes and walk right out of your life.
Oh, wow.
And if
No.
you give him your heart, he'll go and put it under another girl's picture.
Wow.
We're joking. We're haters. We're
I,
haters.
I
Comedy
thought you were
style.
gonna say if she knows your shoe size.
No, but yeah.
But that could be a
I've
myth,
given
bro.
her props. Like I still remember.
But
that,
now
you know?
he's put it out there. Ladies, he has big feet.
yeah. Wink, wink.
Don't forget the wink.
So yeah, what about you, Andy, though? Like, that's a great question.
I really enjoy being a guy, and even more than that, being a human being. You
Right.
know, just the general human experience of having to experience that contrast, to be able to ask Ashley, damn, how is it like to be a babe? You know, because I know what it is like to be a guy. Maybe in another lifetime, I was a babe, but I enjoy everything about being a guy. My body, my shape, my height, you know, the features that I have, the interesting body organs that we, you know, differently have. It's when you get a third person's perspective of, do I really enjoy being a guy? And this is against societal norms, because now if we include those ones, then I'll be biased. I'll be like, okay, now today I feel like being shoddy, but guess, I'm back to being
I
Andre
identify
tomorrow,
as-
you know. I'm Andrea today, you know. So I just thought about it from that perspective.
There's something I dropped in the group earlier. My phone's dead, so I don't have access. Do you have-
Mine's all the way over there.
There's, so
one
there's,
doesn't
in
have
real
it.
time, this is how we prepare for the podcast. We drop messages in the group.
Yeah.
So this was a message that was on.
Also, make sure it's because you know you have 1,010,000,000 groups even for this podcast.
Yeah. So
It's
it
the
says,
right one.
Yeah,
So
make
this
sure
is
it's the right one.
This is a message from Wanjira Minor. She says, and I want you to listen to this. She says, so listen, I don't like how some of y'all are moving. In this Nairobi, you find, for example, a good-looking man. He's wicked in the sack, financially sound, emotionally mature, and you want to take him and make him yours. As who?
Wow.
Why is
Wait.
As who?
Wait. She goes on to say, that is a public resource. We all have to share it. It's like if they built a dam or a well near your home, would you claim it as yours to the exclusion of all others? Or what guts do you have to take a wildebeest from the Mara and domesticate it as yours? Exactly. Same concept. You cannot take a human being and make it yours. If it is good, we will accord it a national recognition and we get an advisory board on how best to utilize it. Stop this nonsense of my person, please.
Rubbish.
my man?
Honestly? Honestly?
Fred, you know what killed me about this? As who?
As whom?
You find a good man who's wicked in the sack, financially sound, emotionally mature, and you want to take him and make him yours. As who? Discuss.
Honestly?
Why are you nodding your head? As who?
As who? Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna be. Ladies, don't attack me for this, but firstly, such men are so hard to find, and
Scarcity.
they're so hard to find. So I don't mind being sister wives at some point. You know, like if we can come to some certain agreement and he can provide for both of us right. He can provide for both of us in certain levels, at certain levels. Honestly, I don't mind. Also, as a mandem, just don't lie to me. Just tell me, listen, I love you. Yes, I love you. I appreciate you. I want you to be mine. But you will not be the only one. You think I'm going to let go of a man who's financially stable, mature?
Great in bed.
Great in bed, wicked in the sack.
Smells nice.
Wicked in the
You saw
smells
that?
nice. You think I'm gonna let go of a man like that because he has told me they're men? Twende.
Kaende bus.
We are a
Wow.
school. We are a school. I will enter the school bus. So I fully agree with her because let's not be selfish, ladies.
See, I put it in the group as comedy, but boy,
No, I thought, actually, when I read it, I was just like, she has a point because they're rare. They're rare.
let me
It
ask.
is a wildebeest.
No, be honest. Are they that rare?
They're so mainly
we
the
are.
the mature the
Yes, we are.
mainly the maturity of men. Some of them are like 5-year-olds.
Right.
You know, 5-year-olds, but they have the money so they can act a certain type of way, or they've had the experience. So I mean, most of them are good in bed as well, but then they don't have that emotional maturity, which is a hell to
a
the
deal
no
breaker.
no. Yeah, it's a big deal breaker.
I think there's a litmus test right now, though. Like, ladies, when you meet a man, you ask him if he's going to the Boys to Men concert, and ask him where he's sitting. Are you sitting in regular VIP or VVIP? Ladies, let me tell you, women of Nairobi, this is a different game with Boys to Men.
Fact.
There's going to be a lot of illegibility there. Not the kind that you can say, meet me at Milan after.
Take me to
Shout out
Capital
to
Club.
Milan. Yeah? There'll be a lot of Capital Club invites
Exactly.
floating around at Boys to Men.
That's what we're looking for right there. I mean,
You know, when I saw you drop that in the group, I was surprised to think if tables were turned, right? We don't think about babes like that. Like, we don't see a babe who's loyal and everything and to go like, damn, we all want her. No, we don't do that as guys. Or ama niko peke yangu. Maybe it's just me.
It's just you.
It's just me.
It's just
not all
you.
the men.
Okay, I have a girlfriend. I don't know.
I know. How did you get that
No,
girlfriend
for
in the first
example,
place?
let's allow us to use your girlfriend as an example in this
Let me ask for
situation.
permission. Okay.
So, say you and I, and maybe the guys on set, we observe that, damn, Kibz' girlfriend, she's the one. She treats him nice, cooks well. You know,
I know
is
where you're
nice.
going. You're
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
So us, when you see that, we are happy for Kibz.
For you.
Yes, and we want someone like that. So we'll go and ask Kibz' shorty, Okona sister. Do you have a sister? You
Yes.
know. But we've had this conversation on the podcast
Yes,
before.
a
Women,
woman
they
will be
have
like,
this
I
one
want.
that works. This is the one that I want. I don't want another one that will have to, litmus test again. For why?
I want
This one has been
that
tried.
one.
In fact, she took one for the team. Now, the whole gang can now.
Elena Bamba.
Yeah, so it's not just me.
That's
you
true.
also think like
That is so
right?
true.
Oh, because I thought I was
No. Chris Rocker said it. He said a man, like you said, a man will look at his brethren's girl and say, she's so cool. I want a girl just like that.
Yeah.
A woman will look at her girlfriend and say, a girlfriend's boyfriend and say, I want that
Him.
man.
I want him.
Well, I think it's a lie because a man has to ask me before, do you have a girlfriend? And then ended up hitting on me and he was my mandem's friend. Well, I was hit on still.
Actually, umewauza. Damn, umewauza.
No, but you guys look at
They
it the
thought they
same
were
way,
safe.
don't you?
No, but of course, there's going to be those guys in every group who don't have a problem approaching their mandem stories. These niggas are there. They're all, it's even girls. Actually, you've been in a similar situation with a girl.
Valid point.
So don't leave that one
Several
out.
times.
Yeah, so we have both, best of both worlds. But for most of us, I feel like most mandem would be happy if their boy has
Facts.
a 10 out of 10.
And
showed
fall
whose
in love
character
again,
and
yeah.
everything.
It's
We're not going to move to her. No,
It's true, because like right now when we're recording here, I know some girls out there like,
Oh, this is a plug. This
Kibz is
a
talking
plug.
about his girlfriend. Kibz is, that's what I want. Guys, ladies, camera 3. Please, I'm out of the game.
Yo, you're making it worse.
Exactly.
You're making it worse.
That's what they like. That's what they like.
You see now, this,
Immediately
Your
you
stock
say
just
that,
went up.
it's like, challenge, let's go.
Challenge accepted.
Before we move away from this, what's the fastest moving commodity in your house?
What, as in what?
The first, like every time you're like, why am I always, besides tokens for you, Jimani? Besides tokens for you. But you're like, why am I buying this so often? Like, Kwani, how much of this do I use? Because in my house, it's white wipes, bro. But it's because I use
Okay, we
wet
get
wipes.
it, but
I use
explain.
wet wipes instead of tissue paper, like dry tissue
Right,
paper.
okay.
Or with tissue paper. So I find that they don't sell at the wet wipes in
Right,
the rolls,
right.
like.
Right.
So I find that because you need to do the business on a daily.
You just go the halal way. I mean, you're still looking for the wetness, so
Yeah.
just go with
Now
water.
that's-
You might
when,
as well.
when I learn how to do that, it's a
Bro,
wrap,
let me tell you.
Game over.
Yo, by the way, I'm telling you that
Game changer.
What's it
It's
called?
gonna be there.
A bidet. Once I
That-
learn how to
the
use
Arabic
a bidet
toilet.
and I have one in my house, it's
It's
game
over.
over. It's a
What's
wrap.
that?
bruh,
What's
It's a wrap for y'all.
you know, if you go to the bathroom, they have this thing on a pipe with a spray thing.
Hey, what was
okay.
I've
I never knew what it was used for. I was like, maybe this is to shower when you're seated down or something. Like I never maybe it was because it was short. You can't even put it on your head. So maybe I just sit down and or maybe it's to wash the feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, of course. No, G, I'm not gonna lie. Like the first time we went to Dubai, when we checked into the washrooms, I was like, damn. Okay, there's the toilet there, the bathtub is there. I don't know what this one is for.
No,
So
wait.
I relate.
No, wait,
I relate.
stop.
Hold
Stop
on,
right
hold on.
there. Stop right there. What do you mean you take a shower as you're seated on the
I didn't know. I've never tried it. I was just like, what? I was guessing. It's the
What's
same
the
way you
power?
Have you
can.
ever held it and been like,
No, I've held it and I pressed and it shocked water and I was like, hey, okay. So where is this supposed to go? What exactly is
And then it's so low and then it's just down
it's
there.
in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So at some point I was
my
like,
God.
maybe you wash your feet. Maybe you. Okay, sour. But anyway, I don't use it anyway.
Yo, let me tell you, once
God.
you use it and start using it, you'll never go
your
back.
life is changed?
Oh,
So, yeah,
life
what's the
changing.
fastest moving commodity in your house?
God.
If you asked me this question 2 years ago, I'd have told you
Toilet
ile
paper.
ile unga ya kupika ugali, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maize flour. But now
I
it's
know.
wet wipes for me.
I don't know, what do I always running out of, man? Tissue, not tissue,
Tissue.
because I buy it in
Tissue.
bulk. Oh, tissue, yeah? Yeah.
Condoms.
Eh,
Nah.
Austin. Okay.
Austin. You know
Okay.
you're. Let me not.
Speak for yourself, though.
Austin is like,
Don't mention his name. Actually, that was Byron. Take one for the team, Byron. Yeah. I hear that. I think it used to be tissue paper, but I don't. That's the fastest thing I'm always buying.
Okay, I think for us it's okay. This is gonna
For me,
be
it's
weird.
juice or
For you, it's
water.
Juice.
Or water.
okay.
I don't really run out of water because I have that thingy that you
I thought you
refill.
were gonna say you have a water park.
I'm a fountain, honey.
The last,
We never run out here.
the last time,
It's a water park, bro.
the last time I knew things were thick, I ran out of salt. I went to Ash's house.
You ran out of salt.
Imagine.
And you went to Ashley's house.
Yes.
All the way from his house, he called me and he was just like, "Do you have salt?"
No.
I'm like, "Where you
I was
from?"
downstairs.
Yours
You know
Heaven.
salt is like 10 bob.
I ran out of it.
I gave him like a
But
whole container full.
The thing is, at the time I had a chef. So
oh yeah, he needed
Was he
salt.
roaming?
The chef had called me and said they've run out of.
Chef.
I think my life.
I'm the chef. I'm the household. I'm the
No, but the chef didn't
All in
last.
one.
only one.
The chef didn't last. He lasted for like 2 weeks.
Pause.
Why?
How
'Cause you
was
like
it though?
your
Yeah, pause.
cooking?
Yeah. How was it though, having a chef?
Okay,
My
2
God.
weeks though, Tonio, come on.
having a chef was cool for like 2 weeks, and then it was just like,
Wine.
Yeah,
I don't
why?
know. It's just like,
Supporting
come home
Manchester
from
United.
work and then there's someone in your house that's like, just get away. I can cook myself. Like,
So like, how do you choose your chef exactly? Like, how do you know this guy's gonna cook
okay,
exactly
do
how
you,
I
want-
like
do you want
it?
a true story?
Yeah.
I'll give you the
Bro, why you?
I'll
What
give you
kind
the-
of? I'm insulted. You had to ask if you wanted the true story.
Okay,
as opposed to what?
So let me give you the true story. The true story is the chef that I got was also Calvin's chef.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Now.
Yeah, so basically Calvin told me I got this dope chef. da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm like, yo. And Calvin is like, he charges me this. He was charging me like 3 times the amount that he charges Calvin.
Calvin was like, huyu, ongezea kidogo.
Ongezea, anaweza.
You know, by the way, I'm sick of it. You know, like the other day, like not the suit I got made, the suit I got made before. It's like the guy charged me 30K for the suit. And then somebody who's almost my size went and got another suit, similar suit done, 20K. I'm tired of paying the accent tax.
Damn.
Damn. It is the accent tax.
accent
actually.
tax.
That's what it's. Yeah.
So this guy was charging
It's
me,
called.
and like I was like, yo, like I can't be paying like almost 15K a week
A week.
for your services. You're looking to retire, nigga. Like, Nah,
Oh,
man.
you probably
Damn.
built him
You know,
a
G,
house.
I have a solution for you. So instead of you going to bargain all that, you can be paying me then you just shut the fuck up and I'll do the thing. I'll be like, wait, mtu wangu.
You'll do the talking.
Utapika na pesa ngapi? You know, I'll be the one to do the talking. All you do is just pay and tell me what you want.
Exactly.
Yeah. So let me you know how
House
pastors out
manager,
there. Yeah.
proper house
House
manager.
manager.
It's like when I go to
Somebody
Mas-
operations manager. Yeah.
like when I go to Masai Market, and that's the only place I think I get value. Because when people come to visit, they want to go Masai Market, and that's the only place where I heartlessly bargain, like without a heart. Like I'm like, you want 1,000 more for this? I give you 50.
Damn.
Like
With that accent.
so for everyone,
Come on.
for everyone who's overcharged me, those guys at Masai Market, they get it. For real.
They
So
fully
it's tissues
understand.
for you. The
I
fastest
think it's
movie.
tissue and eggs.
Tissue and eggs.
Yeah.
Tonio. Since when you were the operations manager, Kejani.
Yeah, I'm the
So you
operations
definitely
manager.
know what's
All
being
my
bought
mom
most.
does is just finance, and I'll be like, wait. So,
Yeah.
crazy thing is it's milk.
Milk.
Because for some reason we usually have milk in the fridge. And my dad, he's like a kale. So for him, milk is like the cure for everything. This guy will come in the house and be like, hey, nasikia ni kana mwanamwili nike maziwa. Nasikia ni kama nike maziwa. And even someday he was like, yo, because he had an accident like the other time. Yeah, so
sorry,
he limps. And his leg started like swelling. And he was like, nike maziwa kwanza. Bro, hospitali iko hapa. Like, just go to the hospital.
The milk
and-
is
Just
the
give me
hospital.
milk.
yeah, like so, like, and now it's
He
now.
need milk.
He needs some milk. Yeah, so like every time, so it's even now come to us too, me and my sister.
You love
So
milk.
we love milk.
Yeah.
You have a bad day at the office.
Milk.
Yo,
carry
working
milk?
with that bastard G Money. Give me some milk.
Do you carry
If
milk
I
in
ever
your
see you with
flask?
milk in the studio, I know.
Yeah.
Milk.
Do you carry milk in your flask?
No.
Okay.
I get it somewhere. Wink, wink. Okay, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Before we bounce, though, once again, shout out to DSTV for giving us their space again.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
There's a particular program now. You know, the good thing about DSTV, they've got a lot of stuff from international side.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you're a football guy, they got you. If you got the kids, they got you. But there's one particular local production that I must confess, they've kind of got me.
Bro, you know.
Don't lie.
Bro, you want a true story even when I give you a
True story.
Yes.
True story.
I started out DJing because of gospel DJs.
Really?
Yes. If I'm to give them props, Kindamo, Sadiq, DJ Touch, and them lot, they used to be a big inspiration to me back in the day.
Okay.
So I definitely knew about guys like Size 8, you know. Yes.
Yeah.
Mateke,
Yo,
Uko,
Size
left,
8
right,
even
and
used to
center.
like perform like for little homeboys gigs back in the
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Until I saw, now y'all are doing reality, because now you see
Yo.
there's a reality show for this. Okay, I won't mention names, but to do with maybe house helps or housewives
Yeah.
and all that, all over the place, right? But it's always maybe they're attached to rappers or sportsmen,
Yeah.
you know, left, right, and center. But guys in the gospel,
So me and my friends
Bro.
usually call it Ratchet TV, right? But I don't even think you can call it Ratchet TV right now because it's just reality TV.
Yeah.
This program is called Oh Sister.
hey, and oh sister,
And oh, sister, you know, you get
Alright.
like a deep dive into their lives. It's
First-
reality
alright.
show of
The first thing I'll say is I'm happy to see like local acts
yes,
and celebrities on TV. I'm happy to see it because you know we take it for granted now, but 10 years ago it wasn't happening.
no.
I'm trying to say, but now, fam, Kwani, when you watch this program, these guys are just like us.
bro, I'm
To
telling
even-
you,
Basically, yeah.
Like
no difference.
me, I expected to just see like. You know, you wake up in the morning and be like, okay, let's pray as a family. Let's, hey, these guys
That's what
have-
you exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you expect to see, but that's not what you see, bro. Like you're
It's
struggling
interesting.
just like me, man.
It's interesting when you get like a look into people's lives and you're just like, ah yeah, kumbe they also do that. Ah yeah. Also okay, so I can they okay. We're
Yeah,
on the
man.
same
So on my
league.
day off, ukinipata pale maisha magic, you know.
You already know what you're watching, huh? Let me ask
Hey,
you
feel at
guys.
home, not feel.
As mandems, Do you feel like emasculated because of watching reality TV?
Bro,
You
I
can't
watch
ask
Love
us
Island.
that.
What
I
do you
have
mean?
to ask such questions.
can't
Okay,
ask
you
that.
two watch Love
What
Island.
do you mean?
I don't
Seriously.
watch. I will never admit to watching Love Island.
G is the one
do
who
you-
put me onto Love Island.
He put all of us
Shut
on.
up.
We watched the first episode together, bro.
That in the studio. I remember that.
Yeah, on his phone.
Shush.
His iPad. Oh
So
man,
that
good
it's not,
times.
it's not
Lies.
relevant for that.
Lies.
Does it make you feel some type of way if someone walks in and finds you watching reality TV?
One thing is, first, number one thing, you won't find me watching it. Number two, I just feel like I don't really like watching other people's lives act for me. But you being you, it's like, I'm like, si hata mimi naweza kuwa mimi, see you put me there. Then.
Yeah, watch me.
Si hata simpinue camera.
I'm more interesting.
Like just turn the camera. I'll
Why
do
should
my
I
thing.
watch you?
Yeah, it's about being real. Let me
Yeah.
be real and show you what I'm doing. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe I even find. So for me, it's different. It's not about masculinity though. Yeah, but my girlfriend, was watching some other reality show, Juicy, and she put me onto it. And she was like, we have to watch this together.
Yeah.
So I was like, aya, sawa. And
You like let me tell
I'm
you.
not gonna lie. I get it. I get it.
From hanging out with a lot of men and also from like being around my mom and my dad, you realize like this man will be like, it's fine, just put it. Then a few minutes later, who's that?
That's happened
Bro.
to
What's the story?
Yo,
Oh,
kwanza, yo,
so this one is with-
Filipino, Mexican, Niger, Indian, Bollywood, bro.
Bollywood.
The moment you get past 10 minutes into one
You're
episode, it's a
hooked.
wrap.
Bro, let me tell you.
It's a wrap.
I have no word of a lie. Like, growing up with my grandmother, and there was a Nigerian soap opera. That woman watched it religiously.
We all did, bro.
Religiously.
We all did.
And fam, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not averse to the odd Nollywood situation. No, but come on, be honest, like, some of those Nigerian movies are funny.
Yeah,
They're so
They
memorable,
say-
bro. Yeah, they're so memorable.
Yeah.
Very memorable.
And you know the way they usually have part 1, part 2, part 3.
Man.
You're literally waiting for the next part. Like you have to watch it. But
And
they're
And if I'm being
entertaining.
honest, I have to attribute and maybe give some flowers to the house managers' culture, their house
Yeah.
help culture.
Yes.
Because, you know, when your parents are going to work and everything, you're the ones who are being left with them. They're the ones who
True.
are looking after you. So trust me, whatever they're watching, you're
You
going to
will
watch
watch.
because they have to look after you.
Yeah.
You know,
Listen.
so you are stuck there watching, Pastor who, and he did what? Oh my God. What
Yeah,
happened
man.
next?
And the beautiful thing is, at the end of the day, like, this is all available for you on DSTV. Wherever you fit in, and that's the beautiful thing about DSTV is that we're not just talking about the guys who are the preemies.
Yeah.
We're talking about from the preemies right down to the guys who are guys. Everybody's there's something for everybody
Yeah.
and different tiers for everyone. So make sure that you get
Check it
connected,
out.
man. You're at home when you have DSTV. Even for me, no lie, I love football. But even when there's no football on, I can't come home and the DSTV is not connected. I feel
Yeah.
like the house feels kind of like it's
Weird.
it's not the same, you know.
The
You
last
know,
place
so-
you are at is the first place you're going to
That
be
you're
at the
gonna be
following.
at.
Exactly.
following
I
the
just
next
have one
time.
question though.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you're gonna get the answer here, but the answer might be there.
Wow,
So
that's very
no.
targeted.
This is some DSTV stuff. Because
Yeah.
now feel home. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I might tell you guys to go back to your places. Me,
Huko mtaani,
feel home. Niko mtaani.
Yeah.
So like I because we've had this. I've told you guys we had this TV since Kitambo. We Super Sport was always 200, 201, 202.
But now it's,
Then it changed to 220, to 21. So I don't know what the metrics are. I'm just curious. It's nothing to do with.
so we'll ask after.
Yeah, after. But I know guys,
Maybe
and
they
that's a
squeezed
question
in
that
an
guys
extra 10
have
channels
also
or
asked me
something,
to.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's actually-
you
yeah.
know, you had to, you memorized as a kid, you memorized.
Yeah.
Like I remember
Oh, yeah.
303 was Disney.
303,
320,
301, Cartoon Network,
the,
302 Boomerang.
MTV
Oh my
was
goodness.
Oh yeah, you had
320
to memorize,
something.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are not
something,
here to
yeah?
waste time at here.
325.
Scroll,
Trace
scroll,
was
scroll,
there.
scroll.
Trace was there
325.
as well.
Boom,
Like
boom, boom.
you literally, you get that remote. There's nothing like going. And then you look for.
And
No,
you
no,
look
no,
for
no,
channel. No, there's no time for that.
So
It's
basically, everyone had their
You see, yeah,
favorite
you
channel
scan.
Oh, yeah.
on
at
lock.
the top of your mind.
Yeah.
Right.
So I used to find myself just pressing 200 for Blitz.
Na pia
Yeah.
thiku
But
unaweza
then
piga
it's
ma
like 20.
favorites hapo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But at least they've kept the number and sequence.
number,
So
yeah, it's still-
220,
it's-
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. Even for local TV, like the other programs for news and whatnot.
Yeah, they've
it's
bundled
still
them up very
in a very
neatly.
strategic way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have everything that you need in one little, segment.
Yes, sir.
So once again, before we wrap, just want to say thank you very much for opening your space to us, DSTV. Of course, we're gonna also. Are we coming here to film the wild card as well? We're gonna film the wild card here as well. So we're looking forward to that episode too. But thank you very much for giving us your space as ever. Open it up every week and we'll be here every week. And don't forget always.
This is mine, but they just put my name on it.
Yeah, I'm
man.
telling you. I saw you in that chair and I was like, against the backdrop and I feel home and I was like, that's actually a really good look.
It's
It
like-
goes with my eyes. It's just goes today.
No, it's like it's a light skin chair.
Wow, whoa, I'm sorry.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Nah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
It's like, oh, it's high.
It's nice. Okay, all
The
right.
contrast.
So this has been the Mic's Open. My name is G Money.
And the young.
Ashley.
And Tonio Kibz.
Adios.